the lovely and talented Bree Olson.
Hey, Bree.
Bree, it's been a while.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, listen that sexy voice.
That
Bree
morning voice. Yes.
How are you, Bree?
Wow.
Good.
Bree-
Chilling in Indiana.
You're in Indiana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time is it?
Oh, Jesus.
Same time as y'all?
Yeah, as y'all.
Wait, you're on East Coast time now?
Yeah.
We,
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was later.
Yeah,
You're on
that
the-
first time zone takes a while to get to.
You're on the front cover of the May issue of Penthouse looking really, really fun.
My God.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's a great cover shot.
And then you got some, a nice pictorial. with
You're
another girl.
lesing out.
Yeah, you're lesing out with another girl.
Lesing out, as I like to say.
Yep.
Well, it's better being on that than these days being on New York Post and everything.
Well, that's true. You have gotten a lot of exposure of late.
Well, not this much exposure.
Haha, get it?
Hey, Bree, are you still doing movies, or are you only doing shoots?
I'm not sure right now. I'm getting ready to go to LA for a few photo shoots, and I may end up dabbling into movies again.
When's the last time you actually shot a film?
It's been a few months now, but I haven't, it never came out of my mouth that I retired or anything like that.
Right.
So, I've just been busy with other things.
By the way, that's Jim Norton talking. Do you know Jim?
You remember Jim?
I think you know Jim.
Yes.
Teasing, of course.
Now, so was it a girl the last one you shot? Or was it like guy-girl?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Oh, nice.
She doesn't even remember.
Because everything kind of came suddenly and off guard. Like, I wasn't expecting to be
then it was a guy.
out of the industry into
Yeah.
whole
What the hell do you?
that I just got out of.
What do you do in Indiana? Like, you seem to keep going back there. Is it just to kind of breathe for a minute?
Yeah, I just built a house out here this past summer. So.
Wow, yourself?
Yeah, all by
that's
myself.
very hard
I
to
got
do.
The cameras out, and then
Yeah.
started whittling away. No, but so I've been working on that, and just it's all done now. But I've just been decorating and just hanging out with my friends. I grew up here, so my family's here and everything.
Yeah.
Who's lucky enough to be Bree Olson's neighbor? Can you imagine?
Oh, man.
My neighbor sucks.
I'd invest in, like, binoculars and fucking telescopes and camera equipment. Although,
Tunneling
why?
equipment.
I could see her naked, just get a magazine or a movie. Silly.
It's just. Can you imagine if she was right next door to you?
No, that'd be great.
Hey, Bree, how long into this whole thing that you've been having happen? How long into it did you realize this is going way farther than you would have thought? Like, it was getting much more publicity than you would have thought.
I honestly, I didn't really think about any of that beforehand. I just, was like, I don't know.
Because you're famous. I mean, you're very well known in the industry, and even people out of the industry know you. But this was like all of a sudden mainstream press. I thought you handled it really well. Like, you didn't do anything crazy or stupid. And I know that even myself, I certainly probably would have fucking blown it. But how did you keep things under control so well?
I don't know. I mean, well, I don't really have a crazy lifestyle to begin with. I'm pretty laid back and almost boring, in my regular life. So I guess that just kind of showed when, all our whole lives are basically being documented. And I was just kind of in the background. I remember this one interview, there were all these camera crews in our house and everything, and everyone else is talking. And then the camera goes to me. They're like, "Do you have anything to say?" I'm like, go vegan, So it's kind of how it was, and I just kind of, I don't know, it was a lot for me.
Did you find that people were trying to because the media is so repulsive? Did you find whenever whether they would talk to Charlie or the other girl, were they trying to catch you by saying something or trying to trip you up? Because they don't seem to like to do straight interviews.
Well, it doesn't even matter. After that whole thing, I realized that all those magazines and just the press and just everyone gets the story so backwards, and on television interviews, they completely edit it and chop it up any way that they want to, and it's amazing. You could give a perfectly good interview, and unless that's live, like I said, they can edit it any way they want and make anyone look,
ridiculous. And it's like the thing to do, and I forget who did this. It was a wrestler or somebody who actually taped. Oh, it was someone who did O'Reilly, and they taped the full interview themselves. And then when O'Reilly released it edited, they released it the way it was. And they kind of made a fool out of O'Reilly because it was very obvious that he had edited it kind of shitty. And they do that unless it's live, like you said.
Well, good. I wish more people would see that because, the general public, middle America and everything, they don't realize that. They just watch the news and they just assume everything that they read is true.
Were you guys kind of acting a little bit just to kind of punch things up for the cameras, especially at the beginning when it must have been fun at some moment before it got a little out of control. But was there kind of a thing when the cameras weren't around, like, okay, next time that we get on the press thing, let's do this or that?
No.
No, really?
No.
Sometimes it seems a little calculated.
No. I mean, it could seem that way, like I said, because the way people edited things and stuff, So it's like the 2020 piece, for example. They interviewed me and the other girl for like half an hour, and they ended up using like 1 minute of us. You know? It was just one certain sentence that I said or that she said. So.
Did it make you look bad, or because they have to do that in an interview? But did they do it, do you think, to try to get a certain angle on the story, or did they just think?
Well, they do it to make it look as dramatic as possible.
Right,
so
right.
Anything they can do to make it, because people love drama. If everything is calm and happy, no one's going to watch that. They're like, that's boring. That's like my life. Why would I watch that?
Were you thinking at all of marriage recently? Like, not that you planned on it, but like, was there a party that thought maybe things are a little crazy, but they can settle down?
No comment.
All right. That's not a no. I'm saying it might be just an instinct for people to start thinking that. I mean, I know I probably would if I was in that situation. Are you at least happy with the way things are?
I'm so happy now. I'm happy to be back home and have my own life and be doing my own thing. And, it's good to be home and good to be on my own program.
Yeah.
It definitely motivated me to want to do things mainstream, but not in that fashion, though. Like, I'm sure a lot of people assumed that I had done that, like, to try to get, like, my 15 minutes or something, but I don't know if anyone has noticed or not. But unlike all the other girls that were involved with Charlie, I've never went and did any interviews after Charlie and I.
It's kind of true, right?
I've never, and these people, they're vultures. They offer you a lot of money, and it's like, I'm not interested in that. I just, it was an experience for me. And,
you can make your own money off of those nice tits of yours. Jesus Christ. You see those fucking things?
So, I was open, to just going through an experience, life experience that a lot of people, they can't say that they'll ever do in their lives. But it definitely encouraged me to want to do some mainstream stuff. So I'm actually planning on getting an apartment in LA, and I hope to get involved in some classes and basically start from the bottom up, just like any other person would do.
Honestly, you really didn't come off at all like you were looking to capitalize on it, because again, there were no interviews. You weren't doing anything crazy, or it was amazing to me because again, I know that I probably would have buckled. And when you're in a situation like that, like after a while, did you start to be, because you're Brie, you're very well known in what you do. Was there a part of you that kind of resented being one of the goddesses, and you just kind of wanted your own individuality back? Did that bother you at all?
Yeah, it did. I mean, who would want to be just, put categorized into a group when for so long of time I've been my own person.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I was already my own person publicly, so I knew what it felt like, it's just I had to watch everything I said, and I still do, I mean, my Twitter hasn't been the same because it's like, oh, what if I post this? These people are going to take it wrong. So that's kind of sucked.
Were you I get very jealous. Like, I've had a few threesomes in my life, and I don't know how people do it, maybe because I'm insecure. Were there ever moments where you'd kind of just like, hey, look, I wish this was just me and this person, and there was nobody else here, or did you not care about that?
No comment.
Okay, so that's a maybe. No comment isn't a no. I know I would have gotten, I won't say possessive like a psycho, but I get a little bit. Are you by nature a jealous girl at all?
No. No.
See,
if
Jim,
you were to ever talk to any of my ex-boyfriends or anything, that would be the last thing they would say.
Is it that you really didn't care?
Oh, really?
No.
What does it take to make you jealous? Because I have my limits as well.
What does it take to make me jealous?
Yeah, meaning...
That's a really good question.
Meaning, because for me, it's not necessarily, hey, the girl I'm with fucked somebody else who is a great fuck. It can be some kind of a weird emotional thing, or there's weird shit that will sometimes trigger jealousy for me.
Jealousy is such an ugly emotion, and I try not to involve it in my life. I would say the only thing that would really make me upset in a relationship is someone that lies, and, that would, like, sleep with the girl behind my back or something. I mean, if we had an open relationship about it, then that would be one story, but there's nothing that bothers me more than someone that would lie to me, because that means there's no relationship there at all.
And if you had an open relationship, would it because I've had a couple of those, and here's where they tend to get hairy. If you're in an open relationship and then there's that one person you don't want the person to sleep with, or if it's somebody you know, there's always like a weird catch in open relationships.
See, I've never done that. That's another thing. Anyone, I've never set rules, because I'm like, what's the point in saying, okay, go do whatever you want, but not really, you can't do this and this and this and this, and I'm like, there's not going to be anything like that. But if I had advice just to give to anyone that's like, oh my gosh, so that has to be so cool to have open relationships, and I wish my wife was like that, and da-da-da, it really is. Like, there's a reason that it started with, like, two people, and just, like, couples and everything, and I just think it's a lot more intimate with two people. I mean, even in my scenes, when I was shooting movies, I always preferred one-on-one, because it's like you can give each other your full attention and just become a lot closer than, if it's three people, then that's more time you have to split between more people. So I would say just in general, relationships are better one-on-one. And
you look really great. Honestly, the Penthouse spread, you're on the cover, and you look fantastic, and the spread with the other girl is really, really hot.
Sexy.
Did you like... Because I saw a picture of you on stage, and it was like you were dressed pretty casually, at least from the one photo I saw, right?
Yeah, there's a long story behind that.
What did you want to dress different, or did you not want to dress different?
No comment.
Okay. Did you like being on stage in front of that many people?
I didn't mind. No, it doesn't bother me.
Any stage fright or no?
No.
No?
No.
So,
how was the ovation there from the crowd? Because I've read some things, and again, the press, who the fuck knows? But was it welcoming, or were there hecklers? What was going on?
It was. I mean, as soon as the show opens, it's unbelievable. Like, no matter what Charlie does, everyone still loves him so much, and so there were standing ovations at any show that I had been to. And
no, that was people walking out, Brie.
Well,
you have to stand up before you walk out.
In Detroit, obviously there were tweaks and everything that were made after that show.
Yeah.
But after that, it was pretty smooth sailing. And then, occasionally people walked out or whatever, but...
Can I say what was impressive about that was he got booed the first night, it was rough, and the second night in Chicago, he did well. And then, like, in New York, the Radio City, they said the first show was tough, and then he talked shit in Connecticut, and it was supposed to be a disaster, and the second show in Radio City was actually supposed to be good. It was like, that was one thing, as a stand-up, I'm like, you know what? He fucking adjusted quickly.
Right. He knew he had to.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with that, because I'm like, there's no way he's not going to be dead in front of all these people. You just can't do that. Was there a lot of panic behind the scenes, people trying to put the show together? Because whatever they did, it seemed to start working.
It's not a lot of people putting the show together. It's basically Charlie, and he's the one that makes the ultimate decisions, and then people might kind of throw an idea or something, but he came up with the whole thing on his own, and I think that's another thing that people expected, was because he was on 2.5 Men, a comedy show, that it was going to be basically stand-up, and it wasn't. That's not what the show is at all. It was just him there to, tell his stories and talk about the truth, and kind of, just for that audience to be in the mind of Charlie for an hour or so.
Well, I'm sorry, what was your feelings, like, as a friend even? Because as a comic, like, I love watching people fucking bomb. Like, there's nothing that makes me happier than seeing one of my friends shit the bed. But, for a non-comic, and he's not a comic, what was going through your mind when you were watching those rough moments as like a friend of his and as a person who cared about him?
Oh, no comment.
Would you be upset? Or did you figure, fuck it, he'll walk it off, it won't be a big deal?
No comment.
Well, that's not a bad question, I don't think. let's see. Were you worried that you were going to have that problem when you went out there, or were you confident that things would be okay?
I didn't, it was very quick for me. I was really in and out. So I didn't have anything, no lines or anything like that. I spoke a few times in front of the audience, but for the most part,
just a little eye candy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Was it hard as a performer? Because you're not a background performer. You're obviously, you've won awards. Again, I'm not being polite to you. You're fucking huge in the industry, and you're huge in the industry. Was it hard for you to take a kind of a background role, quote unquote?
It was definitely different for me. Yeah, it was. Everyone prefers to be the one in the spotlight. I don't care what anyone says, I wasn't jealous about it or angry about it at any rate. Charlie's worked very hard, and he has a really long-standing career, so that's to be expected.
Geese in the background.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Do you, now you're happy to be back in Indiana, we have to ask. What if you don't want to get too detailed, you don't have to, but what made you want to leave? Did you get sick and tired of just the life, or did you just miss home?
Oh, no comment, definitely. The no comments, let me just tell you, I could give you guys very short answers or untrue answers, but I don't want to do that because I'm not a liar. So
No,
I'd rather just say no comment.
That's fine. We're not freaked out by it. It's cool. You talk about what you want to talk about. We like you. But we have to ask. Obviously, we can't not ask. Otherwise we're morons.
Is it that you were?
I don't blame you.
Is it that you were just sick of watching Apocalypse Now? Maybe that was it.
If you guys get Casey Jordan on the air, if you get girls like that, then you can ask any question you want.
I would actually, honestly, I would rather talk to you because they will say anything to any radio show, and there's no fun in that. It's almost like, who gives a fuck? We know what they're doing. They're just trying to grab a headline for themselves before it goes away. I would rather talk to, at least have a real answer from somebody.
Bree, are you out for good? Because some people say that you're still a goddess. You're still one of Charlie's goddesses. And you're just taking a little break.
No, I'm my own goddess.
She just wants, to move on.
Sometimes you want to just move on, and it's certain. Let's just say this in a very general term. How in the last few months, no people named, how were your sexual experiences? Were they good, bad, or average?
I can't speak of that because I don't mind talking about my own sexual experiences, but everyone knows the people that I was involved with, and I'm sure they wouldn't appreciate their sexual experiences being put out there.
Oh, shit. Wasn't good.
Well, yeah. It might not be bad, but it might have been a little odd. Because
my guess is you were bored. My guess is you were bored after a while.
How about this? Is it hard to sleep with regular guys when you're in the business? I asked Belladonna's husband this too. I didn't know how he did it. Is it hard to sleep with regular guys after being in the business? Because the guys are perfectly built and professionals.
No, not at all. Just civilians, you mean?
Yeah, just people that don't do that for a living, that have regular dicks or regular bodies and have regular staying power. You know what I mean? And
I don't know. You tell me, Jimmy.
Well, I would love to believe that you certainly enjoyed it. I know for me, I ran down the hallway making whooping noises.
That's a great question. Do you still have a little something for Jimmy?
Jimmy will always be in my heart.
Thank you very much. We're friends. We stayed friendly.
Who is better, Jimmy or Charlie?
Oh, God.
I don't want the answer to that. Charlie is too crazy sounding to not be a decent fuck. I know the guy is at least a really crazy good lay, so I don't even want to be compared to that. Cause I tend to be mellower than people think I'm going to be. Yeah. I'm a little bit mellower.
Was there ever just a conversation that actually was intelligible and hey, that's kind of cool? Or was it always catchphrases? Seemed to be a lot of catchphrases and lines and stuff. I would just imagine a conversation like, "Hey, that show was pretty good. Yeah, that was fun." Or you want to take a shower or something.
To have a conversation, you got to care about the other person.
Not like, hey, I got to rocket into the shower and cleanse the body of the god that I...
It's like, why? Well, you're just taking a shower. Lighten up.
Was there ever a point where you were still enjoying yourself, but where you looked in the mirror and you were like, ugh, all right already?
Oh, goodness.
We all have them.
Can't really say.
This is one that everybody wants to know. So
I think the answer to that is absolutely.
Possibly. I mean, sometimes a no comment is telling. It's
I like
not a
that we
definite
just
yes.
make up our own answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just make them up.
I have a feeling there wasn't a lot of sex going on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's just say this. Everybody has been asking, is the guy sober? I mean, it's a fairly... I thought that people were trying to throw him under the bus and saying he was using, and I actually didn't think he was using. He seemed to me like just somebody who had probably been up for a couple of days and kind of having that, hey, getting used to sobriety craziness, which all of us kind of go through when we get sober.
Right.
So were people just trying to throw him under the bus, or did he take a little while? I mean, is he doing all right? Because I actually like the guy.
Yeah, he's not using any drugs.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
drugs. But a little alcohol here and there.
Oh, goodness.
A little wine, maybe.
Who doesn't like a beer?
A little
too?
wine, I'm thinking.
I'm thinking a beer guy.
Wine's safe. Maybe a beer.
Yeah.
What do you
that's I'm
think?
thinking. Yeah, beer.
Well,
Right.
is it a point where it's not addictive anymore, where it's just a social thing? I mean, some people stop using the hard drugs and at least drink socially without fucking abusing drugs.
I've never seen him drink or use illegal drugs.
Oh, all right. Or do you drink or no?
Rarely.
Oh, okay.
Occasion.
It's easier if you're around people who aren't fucking loaded all the time. It's like when you're cleaning up, it helps to be around people who are having a drink once in a while as opposed to fucking, people that are piping it in.
Drinks
Yeah,
vegan
no,
vodka.
I like that. And actually, the whole time that I was over at Charlie's, I never even did have a sip because, it's like it's not something that like I said, I usually just do it on occasions or something, so I just didn't do it at all, just out of respect for him.
Sure.
And we believed that he wasn't using. That was our take on it, if you remember, Jimmy.
Yeah, I didn't
we
think
were
he
saying
was
he was
either.
more manic from maybe coming down from some stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't think he was still using at all.
It doesn't sound like that there was that crazy of a time going on over there. Like, was it pretty civil, just kind of watching movies and hanging out?
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, really?
I can tell you, it wasn't that. It was
Yeah.
a lot of work, a lot of cameras there all the time, and interviews, and putting the show together. And there were always people there, and it was very much just the show. The focus every day from wake up to bed was the show.
Was it hard to, and I hate to say it, like I don't know how to phrase this, and I'm going to sound like the fucking fruitiest guy, but did you feel like when a lot of this stuff is happening that like your needs weren't being met? Like, and I don't mean that in some corny way, but it's like, hey, look, I need attention too, or I need to be taken care of on some level, just as a person. And when all the focus is on one individual, sometimes that's hard for the people around them.
No comment.
All right, that's
No
a
comment, lad.
that's a possibility.
Yeah, there was no sex going on.
But it's hard it's almost like when somebody is going through something, then almost I feel guilty if I have something that I need addressed because the other person's issues seem a lot worse than what I'm dealing with. So maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
IDK.
I don't know. I took
Did
a
you
second to get that.
did you really
I don't know.
break up with him through a text message?
No, I didn't. I left in Canada.
Oh.
Oh, see, that's a rumor. It's another fucking rumor.
Yeah, that's out
Taking
there
our
pretty
news
strongly.
from Twitter. All right.
Yeah, that you just you said goodbye on through a text message.
All right, so you left in Canada. And did it make you laugh when you hear about the fucking bullshit that people throw out about what happened? Not ha-ha funny laugh, but like ugh, annoyed.
Like as far as the press and everything goes, what they're saying?
Yeah, or just like, again, like Ope said, like, did they, there was a rumor going around that you broke up with him via text, and that seemed like a little cold, and now you're saying, no, you just left in Canada, and that was that.
Yeah, it's annoying, yeah.
Do you want to correct people I'm sorry, Ope, do you want to correct people when you hear that? Like, do you want to, like, fucking email the person and go, hey, fuckhead, you got it wrong?
Correct.
If I really wanted to that badly, I would do interviews, but it's not that important to me. I don't really care.
Okay.
Are you going to go back on the tour?
No.
That's it?
You're done, ski.
Comedians are so much easier than actors who make a lot of money. We're very low maintenance. That's the beauty of us.
And you left in Canada. Was it your choice, or he basically hinted that it was time for you to move on?
No, I left.
On your terms?
No. Nobody knew I was leaving.
Kind of.
Oh, you just said, okay, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And when you were heading for, I'm going to guess, the airport, did you keep checking your text, hoping that somebody noticed that you left, or
No.
Oh, you didn't. Okay.
Wait a minute. You know,
I waited till I got through customs before I even told anyone that.
Oh,
there is an important point here. Charlie was the one that said on stage that Bree broke up or whatever through a text message. That's where that came from. That wasn't even the media. That was from Charlie himself.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That's right.
What are those? Do we hear animals in the background?
Geese.
That's
I hear
geese.
geese.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they drive me crazy. Let me tell you something. Water may be a beautiful thing, but
now you know how
never
we feel.
never build a house next to water because these geese. People, okay, I'm a vegan, so I don't eat any meat or anything. But instead of like turkeys, people need to start eating geese for like.
Oh, is that you just want to get rid of these fucking things? Yeah, they are noisy.
You want to shoot them for
Nasty animals.
sport.
Yeah,
And just-
I don't eat them. I just kill them.
Yeah, or just you know what you want to do? You want to capture them and punch them in their fucking in their geese sides.
Karate chop to their big long necks.
Geese have the most punchable wing area because they're fucking loud and they're mean motherfuckers too. They're not pleasant at all.
They got a
No,
great
they're
neck to
not.
choke.
They're disturbing my swans in the pond and everything.
Swans. Wow.
Oh, they're also nasty though. Swans are supposed to be fucking vicious too, right?
Well, that's why they put them in here, is because they're supposed to keep the geese away. But there's there's 2 to
working.
like 1,000, so it's not working very well.
Yeah, apparently you have a real like swan goose fuckathon going out on your lake.
Shotguns keep geese away.
Yeah, the strategy backfired. They're just having this fucking hybrid bird that's louder and meaner.
Hey, Bree, in all fairness, a lot of people are frustrated by the no comment thing, and we understand. Will there come a time where you'll tell your side of the story?
I don't know.
As of now, though, you're
I don't
just
know,
leaving it
but
alone?
who's saying that? Are you guys getting in live feed from the listeners or something?
Yeah, we always have that. They always.
You know what?
Through
Listen
Twitter
up,
and everything
listeners.
else.
Listen up, listeners and Twitterers. I have told these guys more than I have told anything to anybody. So
True.
And it's
Oh yeah, we got a few things out.
but the point it's
They
fine.
want to know how Charlie fucked, and they want to know what kind of drugs,
Oh, of
and
course.
you know the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not doing that.
It's odd. I don't even. I'm such a pervert. I don't care about the drug. Like if he was literally smoking coke out of one of the geese's heinies, I wouldn't care. All I care about is the sex. That's where my perv mind goes.
oh my goodness.
I mean, I probably would if there was something smoked out of a geese's ass. I'm exaggerating. That would be interesting.
Was Jimmy good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No comment.
Does he have a big hog?
Yeah.
Is it?
God bless her. You definitely have taken some acting classes. She's very good.
Yes. Look, Jimmy, this is what I gotta do. If she's not gonna answer questions about Charlie, she's gonna ansse questions about you.
I don't
sir.
think she remembers. We
Is
hung
his-
out. We were friends, but.
Is his
No,
penis?
I totally remember.
Okay, good. I was just saying that, hoping you'd say that. Thank you. I was trying to be manipulative.
Is his penis bigger than normal?
Bigger than the average?
Yes.
Larger than average? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And does he get a nice stiffy?
Yeah, of course.
I did.
More not.
Wow.
Does he have big balls?
I don't.
God.
I'll tell you. I'll show you my bag.
And he's a really naughty texter, too. We've had some good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have had some dirty ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some fucking
Dirty
very.
texting, though. I mean,
They
come
were
on.
fun though. They were.
You
They
don't
were
have
actually.
to perform.
That's
Right.
like saying hello to your grandma at this point.
Yeah, you don't have to perform on texting. you
We
know.
kissed a lot too. If you remember
yeah?
that evening. Yeah,
Ooh, Jimmy needs to know. Is he a good kisser?
I didn't need
That's
to.
what I was just going to say. He is a very good kisser.
Oh, thank you. But I didn't
Even with his bird lips?
I have
Oh,
very.
goodness.
What I do when I kiss, my technique is I actually close my eyes and I violently tilt my head to one direction. And I just lip lock and I start moving my tongue as fast as I can. Women love that. It's a very sexy technique.
That does sound good.
And I rub their shoulders vigorously.
Don't you keep your eyes wide open, too, when you kiss?
No, I slam them shut like there's a murder being committed in front of me. Because they like that. No, it was a nice time. It wasn't what you probably would have expected. A creepy comic and a girl in adult films to be like. It was probably much more normal than people would have thought.
Well, Bree is ridiculously hot, man.
Yeah, and the penthouse is great. The
Ridiculously
spread is
hot.
really, really
Yeah.
excellent. Honestly, you look great on the cover, and the girl spread inside is very, very sexy.
Hey, what was it about Charlie that you liked?
He's a handsome dude, honestly. I mean, he's not an ugly guy.
When we met, he was just very charismatic and really intuitive and intelligent, and I was just really attracted to that. So
Is he like he is on TV when you see, and I don't mean just the quick sound bites that make anybody look nutty or anything like that, but does he come off a little more normal in real life when you're just hanging out without the cameras there than he does on camera?
I mean, it depends on the day. Some days he's more hyper than other days. When I first met him, though, he was very, very chill. Like I said,
Yeah, laid back.
Very, very laid back when him and I had first met.
That must be great, though,
But,
and
you know,
before he comes walking up to you.
I didn't even know who he was. I had heard his name before, and I thought when I met him I would, like, recognize him, but I didn't.
How
I've never
great
seen
is
Three and a
that?
The
Half
hell
Men
you
or
been?
anything.
Jesus.
Here's the great part. She recognized Jim Norton and not Charlie Sheen. That really
Yeah.
says a lot for how fucking certain awful things can work out in this world.
What horrible circles she's been in.
I know. God almighty, you definitely need an upgrade in life if you recognize me and not him. It's fucking... But honestly, do you miss him, or are you okay and you passed it?
No, I'm good. I'm good, definitely.
Yeah, you strike me as the type when you're done, you're done.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, I mean, I'm with people for people. I don't care who they are or what they do or, you know, how much money they make or anything. I mean, obviously, or else I wouldn't have left. So,
Living the life for Riley over there, as
It
they
was cool
say.
for a bit, and then it was like, okay, it's not for me. Time to go. So I left.
And are you happy that it didn't go any further? Like, that you don't have to leave a marriage, or there's no, obviously there's no, kids or anything involved.
Yeah,
It's got to be nice just to be able to make a
Pick
clean
up
break.
and leave.
Yeah, I mean, I have a clean slate. I've never been married. I don't have any kids,
Thank
so it's
God.
like,
Don't ruin that fucking body. Jesus.
Maybe she has a kid growing in her belly right now.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Throw yourself down those stairs. Those new stairs you built.
Do you know how mad not to be graphic, but do you know how mad I was at myself that I pulled out? I really was angry at and I'm never mad that I pull out.
Well, you want to share that thought? You had you shared a thought with us before she called in. Maybe it's time for you to have a no comment, Jim Norton.
Well,
but she would be probably flattered by that.
I wasn't. When in the times I've spoken about it, I've never said anything nasty about you. It's
No,
always
not
been,
at all.
It's always
No,
been very
no.
rave reviews
Yes.
and nice things.
But
just that listen. I usually am fucking Pete pull out, and I aim for the carpet. I want no mistakes. But I was like, fuck. That was one instance where it was one of my greater regrets that I did. I'm sure it's not a regret of yours. I'm sure you would. I'm sure if I didn't, you would have just stood in the middle of the room and jumped up and down quickly, just to get rid of the fucking demon seed. But
would you have Jimmy's blinking baby?
Oh, he's adorable.
He basically said he didn't want to pull out, Bree.
I didn't.
He's in love, yeah.
I'm not, because that makes me sound like an unhealthy, crazy person. I wouldn't say that, but it was just such a nice moment.
You're a healthy, crazy person.
No, but I felt in that moment
that
we just should have made a child.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That would have been something.
Yes.
I had that feeling, too.
Oh.
All right, well, there's plenty of time. I mean, I'm 42. I'm looking younger and in as fine a shape as I did when you last saw me.
Pulling out is one of the hardest things to do.
It's fucking, most times it's
Write
fucking
a song about that.
easy breezy.
You know that?
Really?
Yes.
I don't know if this is going to work, but I'll try.
Like that horse in Oregon. That's how I fucking come.
Jimmy,
in a man's ass.
Jesus. Jimmy's also touring the country doing his comedy thing, his antisocial thing.
I am, yes.
Selling out bigger places than Charlie Sheen, by the way.
I don't know about that.
Bigger places.
No,
Yes.
because all she had to do is look on the website and go, oh, we did that theater, not this one. Ugh.
How great would it be if Bree also just showed up at one of the shows for little Jimmy Norton?
No comp tickets. Oh, sorry, Bree.
Got to buy your own.
Everybody pays.
How great. The place would go nuts that little Jimmy Norton's friend came out just to support Jimmy.
I wouldn't, but I wouldn't honestly, dude. I'm fucking. I would be so. I wouldn't want to bring her out because then it's just like,
Yeah.
Then I'm just too fucking asking for somebody much better looking to come along and fucking wreck my night. So I probably would actually keep her fucking locked up with
hidden
the
in the back.
bounty in the fucking cabinet. Like,
Yes.
don't say nothing. If you have to go to the bathroom, knock twice. I'll let you out. All right. Penthouse this month. Very sexy. I really wouldn't lock you up and just let you out to use the bathroom. That was something serial killers say to their fucking victims before they masturbate into their shoes. And it's what Jerome Brutus would say to people. But yeah, I'm happy to I'm happy to hear that you're single again, and you're doing well. You sound good.
She's doing her. She's doing Bree. What are we promoting, Bray? I know the Penthouse is out.
Penthouse.
Yeah, I know the Penthouse is out. You're on the cover. Once again, it's the May issue. You see her right on the cover. And like Ann said, a nice spread where she's lesing out.
Yes, lesing.
It is a very, very sexy spread. So
Did Jimmy eat your pussy?
Oh, ask her nicer. Let's ask her nicer.
How do you ask that nicely?
Oral sex.
I thought that was being nice.
No. She's a nice girl. Did you guys have say did you and Jim have oral sex?
Oral sex is the way to go with that.
And then she'll probably say, Jim, should I say? And I'll say, Bree, you can certainly say that we both did that really nicely to each other.
Oh, my
but I don't want to speak for you.
Did he awkwardly sniff your hiney?
Oh my goodness.
There's no awkwardness when Jimmy sniffs a hiney. He's a professional.
No, hold on. Don't blow up my spot here. We had a very, very, let's just say a very nice.
No, Jimmy talks about it as a very, he doesn't really talk in detail about it, by the way.
Nah, but I've always spoken about it nicely.
He really, really likes you.
Well,
I could tell.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, that's why he kept blowing me off.
I didn't blow
you blow off Bree Olson, Jimmy.
I didn't blow off Bree, but
It's supposed to be the other way around.
I honestly, we both travel extensively, and I haven't seen you in probably you were in studio once in the last 2 years. That's the last time I saw you.
You keep on getting these girlfriends, though, Jimmy.
I know.
Oh, shit.
Proving Jimmy's a good guy.
I'm actually, believe me, there was
a few times he was shaking,
and I have not broken. I mean,
I know.
I've been a good boy. I mean, all right, sir, look, does transsexual porn count as cheating? Let's certainly hope not. Because if it does, I'm the cheating kid. But yeah, no. I haven't even seen Bree in probably over 2 years.
2 years? Wow.
No, it's the last time she was here.
It's a while now.
When are you going to be in New York again? We would love to have you come in and just hang.
Goodness, I don't know. But when I come, I will for sure come in.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And it's Bree Olson on Twitter.
And
yes, at Bree Olson, BreOlson.
And what is your
on Twitter?
What is your do you have a website or are you just doing Twitter?
BreeOlson.com.
Okay, and the Penthouse, is it in stores now?
Yep.
Oh.
It's on stands right now.
Okay.
Wait, you know what? We were focused so much on Charlie. I don't know. There might be more no comments, whatever. But I got to ask about the DUI thing.
No, what's up with that? What?
Well, you just pled guilty, I guess.
Yeah, I did.
One of those nights,
It was just one of those nights, huh?
No, it
Yikes.
really wasn't. I slipped on ice, and I honestly don't remember what happened after that. I wrecked my car, and I don't remember. I woke up, and I was in jail, and I must have hit my head or something.
Damn. Yeah,
That's scary, though, right? When you don't remember it?
Stick to that.
I mean, it's like, you know, anytime I drink, I've always had, you know, my entourage with me. You know, it wasn't even that late. I went to meet with one of my friends here at a local club because he wanted me to do, like, covers and ads for him. And so we were having a meeting about that, and I was driving home. It was like 11 o'clock at night. It wasn't even that late, and slid on ice. And that's the last thing I remember was sliding.
Wow, and then you woke up in jail?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Did that make you not want to drink and drive again?
Dude, I seriously, I had 2 beers.
Wow. Scary.
Oh, God.
It's fucking scary.
The hell that happened? 2 beers?
Well, she's small, too, so I'd have registered something.
Maybe a roofie in there or something.
And it was like, you know, we were going to take it to trial and everything, obviously, because I'm like, I'm not going to, you know, plead guilty to something that I didn't do, and I don't have a criminal record at all. I mean, nothing. I'm you know, very law-abiding, and so we were going to take it to trial, and then my attorney, he got a hold of the tapes and everything from the jail, and you can tell I'm not drunk, but I was conscious, though, and I wasn't slurring or anything, but I was insulting the officers, and I kept asking for my attorney, and I kept telling them to let me go, and that I was a vegan, and that I should be let go because I'm vegan.
Oh, shit, wow. That's gotta be hilarious.
Yeah.
And it was, and I was like, after I seen that, I'm like, a jury is never going to sympathize with me.
No, they're going to say she's hammered. And
yeah, but you know, I wasn't, like I said, I was in like 6-inch stilettos, and I wasn't like swaying or tipping over anything. I was perfectly straight in the tests and their little yellow line they had, and like I said, not slurring at all, but just, and I don't even remember that.
I'd arrest you too, though. As a cop, especially if she hit her head and fucking.
Mean. mean officers.
Oh my God, I'd be off the force in a second. They'd catch me in the back seat, just fucking her. It'd be terrible.
No, I can't believe they just didn't take me to the hospital because my car was completely totaled. It was a brand new 2010.
I know. It's just
Your
fucking,
hat just crushed.
my perv switch would go off and I would just lose it. Open up. Imagine that. You come up to a car that slid on the ice and hit something and there's some damsel in the fucking driver's seat, just kind of semi-conscious.
Her blouse popped open.
And you
from
probably
the
just think,
crash.
you're probably just thinking it's some fucking, hag that's going home or something. And you pull up, it's Brie Olson. My dick would be out so fucking fast.
Dude, and you know what the
Holy
thing
shit.
is? Seriously, they probably, I mean, who knows? Because we asked for all the video surveillances of the cop cars.
Uh-oh.
And one squad car turned
Jesus.
in the tape. And
Oh, boy.
6 cops did not turn in their tapes and said that they were non-existent.
Yeah, the camera's all broke.
Oops,
It
what
went-
happened?
Oh, boy.
You should have fought this because
Jesus Christ.
very suspicious that they got you and you only drank 2 beers.
Did you wake up with what you thought was strudel icing on your back?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Just making sure.
But yeah, like I said, it was really screwy and it was really messed up, and I was going to take it to trial, but it's like, and especially it couldn't have happened at a worse time with Charlie
Yeah.
involved and everything, and I was like, well, great, how is everyone going to look at me now? So I just was like, whatever, and I can get it off my record in a few years with good behavior and everything, which I don't have a problem with, so I'm not worried about it.
No, it's weird. It says here she's got to serve 1 year of unsupervised probation. What is that?
What is that?
She doesn't have to go see it.
Double secret probation.
Right. They'll just know.
Yeah.
Hey, I think you should have went to trial. I mean, I don't know how you don't think a jury would believe the I wasn't drunk, I'm vegan argument. That's worked in many, many DUI cases. You don't understand. That wasn't liquor. That was tofu. I was vomiting. Do you have trouble going to regular restaurants?
It's not that bad. I mean, some places, like Olive Garden, they put egg and milk in everything because, like, vegan, it's so extreme. Like, even noodles, you have to make sure they're not made out of egg, and even, like, red sauces, sometimes they'll put butter in it, and I can't
Wow.
eat butter. So it's, like, it's really extreme. So literally, Olive Garden, there's nothing there that I can eat. Nothing, unless I got their lettuce plain in a bowl.
Oh, wow.
But most restaurants, I can get, like, spinach salad or, something else, or noodles if they're not made out of egg and stuff like
That's
that.
crazy. It's like such. It's so restricting on what you could eat. Any reason? Is it health or fucking like morality?
I read this awesome book. It was actually a New York Times bestseller book.
It was called How to Annoy Everyone I Go Out to Dinner With.
No, they're not. Everyone's usually really interested in...
Is this the book that I wrote? Animals. They're not just for eat. I was going to say they're for fucking, but I tripped on it. But I just couldn't say it. All right, so what was the book?
It's called Skinny Bitch. And there's also a male version called Skinny Bastard. And it's actually when I was on the heavier side about a year ago now. And I got up to a little over 140. And I was like, I just need to make a change. So I got on my iPhone and I went to iBooks and I downloaded this book, which I thought was just going to be a diet book. They really fool you with the name, called Skinny Bitch. And I started reading it, and it turned out to be a lot about veganism. And usually, I mean, I'm an Indiana girl. I love steak and potatoes and all
No
that.
shit, right?
And I literally read that book in one sitting and switched overnight and never ate meat or anything again.
Why not just vegetarian? Why full on vegan?
Because vegetarian, there's still dairy and eggs and all that, and that's still really fattening. And it also supports the veal industry, and, I can go into that for days. But I've always been an animal lover, and so, I got all animal rights.
Which film is that? Oh, sorry. I'm teasing, of course.
Hey.
LOL.
Hey,
LOL, yes.
hey.
LOL, winky face.
Well.
Well, Bree,
Thanks for calling
you're
us.
hot as fuck.
Yeah, you look,
Gotta tell ya.
again, you look really good in the,
Yeah.
I don't buy magazines much.
Good.
And I was given this one for free, so I don't have to buy it. But this is a fucking very good issue. So
absolutely.
congratulations on a great shoot. You certainly made a nice one to come back to.
Thank you.
And we'll see you when you're in New York. You're welcome to come in anytime.
Thank you, guys.
All right, it was good talking to you again, and I'm glad you're doing okay. You sound like you're fine.
Thank you. Love you guys.
All right, we'll talk to you
watch
soon.
the
Tonight.
geese.
All right,
All right.
Bye, Bree.
Bree Olson, everyone.
Here
From
she
Fort
goes.
Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah, like the no comments. I'll tell you why they didn't bother me, because she wasn't seeking out, like, hey, I need to, she hasn't been talking to anybody, so it's like,
Yeah.
She said she gave us more than anyone else, and
I haven't heard her say anything to anybody.
I kind of respect it in a
Exactly.
way because she's not exploiting it.
No.
She certainly could fucking make a shitload.
Dude,
off
she could be
this
doing.
thing.
She could be doing a lot.
Yeah,
She could be
that's
doing
why
a
it's
lot
hard to
with
just
this.
go, well, fuck you if you're not talking. It's like, yeah, she hasn't said anything. She's been offered a lot of fucking money to say shit. Some of the no comments I didn't understand. I think there's other things going on that even the press hasn't picked up on, that she's kind of keeping on the DL, as they say.
I think my thought is that she was done with Charlie Sheen a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
And then it turned into this thing. And maybe it became a business arrangement or something. I don't know.
Little publicity kind of a thing.
And she got kind of stuck. I think she wanted out a while ago, and she was trying to figure out what this
That's
whole
good
thing
speculation.
is. I don't think. I really don't think they were having wild, crazy sex night after night.
I think it's all a bit.
I don't think it was a bit.
Just
but
being a listener.
Yeah, I think there was certainly some sex going on early.
Yeah, yeah.
But I really think all that went away. I really do.
You want to hear the noise I make when I kiss?
Yeah. Jesus. Do you believe that Charlie didn't do a drug or
I do actually. I don't.
Yeah.
she said it. She said no drugs or alcohol in her presence, and she was
She
around.
didn't say it, so.
I have to pee, my sweeties. Badly.
Oh, make a wee wee.
But more importantly,
Thanks,
Anthony's fucking visual on being a cop.
Oh, come on. Dude, when you see a car slid on ice and wrecked, and you pull up to the scene, and you're thinking you're just going to see some Indiana fucking
Some Bayshore bitch.
farm bitch or something.
Right.
And then Brie Olson's there with her ample breasts hanging out.
Just being heavy and lofty at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I just thought of something. Maybe that's where the other 6 dash cam videos went.
Yes. No shit.
We all thought that.
Yeah, it's like fucking. Maybe she's got like a light dusting of glittery airbag powder on her chest.
Somewhere there's an unedited 6 camera shoot porno. Starring Brie Olson.
Brie Olson and 6 police officers in.
Somewhere there's
I just don't remember.
Somewhere there's video of a cop that has like fucking donut powder on his face.
Oh fuck!
From
yeah.
just going
just
and getting
some of
that,
those tits,
getting some of that airbag dust on their
just
face.
fuck it. Her stiletto heels just hiked up in the front seat, grabbing her ankles and just pounding away. Oh fuck yeah! On the dash cam, holy shit!
Yeah, I failed a lot of people today. They wanted the boring clip. They wanted the boo. They wanted this and that. But what are you going to do? You know, maybe she'll,
You know what it
maybe
is?
she'll talk eventually. You got
It's like, first of all, here's the deal. Also, what I was thinking. What else is there to fucking that anyone wants to know?
I guess
We all fucking know the story.
I
It's
guess
like-
it would be big news if she would have said that he is still on drugs. Obviously, so we asked that. It would be big news if there really wasn't this crazy party scene at the house like the media has reported.
Yeah.
That would have been big news for us. What else? I guess that's
don't know.
about it. I guess
He
those are the
walks
two
around in
big
a
questions.
dress around the house,
Right.
shit like that. But you know, she's come on before. She's done great things for the show. She's hot as fuck. So you know, we got to cut her some slack.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Every once in a while, we give someone a pass. We gave someone a pass today.
And she
What do you want from us?
know, she said she did say more shit than she said on other stuff. I'm sure someone will pick something up on.
All right, quick break, and Nick DiPaolo next. Stay there.
Sirius XM, the virus. The Opie and Anthony Show.